Stop. I need you to freeze right now. Do not, under any circumstances, click that Buy Now button on an Apple TV. If you are even hovering your mouse over that button, you are about to make a massive, 5-year financial mistake that you will regret every single time you turn on your television. I am dead serious about this. Put your credit card back in your wallet, close that browser tab, and listen to me very carefully. That little black box sitting under your TV right now? It is about to become a prehistoric relic. It's about to become the tech equivalent of a VCR player in a world of streaming. For 4 long, agonizing years, it felt like Apple had completely abandoned our living rooms. We sat in silence. We watched as every other company, Amazon, Google, Roku, churned out new hardware, new features, and new promises. We all started to wonder, did Apple just give up? Did they decide the living room wasn't worth the fight? Well, the silence hasn't just been broken, it has been shattered into a million pieces. The leaks are no longer just whispers, they are confirmed facts. The new Apple TV 4K, arriving in spring 2026, isn't just a minor refresh. It is a total, ground-up reinvention of what a smart home is supposed to be. It is so powerful, so advanced, and so futuristic that it will make your current 4K model look like a plastic child's toy from a different century. This isn't about slightly faster menus. This isn't about a new color for the remote. This is a complete paradigm shift. And there is one specific, hidden change coming, a feature so controversial it will either make you scream with excitement or make you absolutely furious. We need to deep dive into every single detail because your entire home entertainment future is about to change forever. Let's talk about the when and the why. Why did Apple wait so long? March or April 2026 is the target. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a supply chain issue. This was a cold, calculated, and brilliant move by Tim Cook and his engineering team. They were holding this hardware back for one singular reason: tvOS 26.4. Now, I know what you're thinking. Software versions? That sounds boring. But you couldn't be more wrong. This isn't just a stability update. This software is the holy grail. It is the key that finally unlocks the full, unbridled power of Apple Intelligence for your home. Apple realized they couldn't release a new box without its new brain being ready. They didn't want to give you a faster version of the old, clunky Siri. They wanted to give you a digital butler. They wanted to give you a system that doesn't just respond to commands, but anticipates your needs. And to run a brain that complex, they needed hardware that didn't exist in the streaming world until now. They needed a chip that could handle billions of operations per second without breaking a sweat, all while sitting silently in your TV cabinet. This is where things go from cool to absolutely insane. The new Apple TV 4K is officially confirmed to run on the A17 Pro chip. Let that sink in for a moment. This isn't a mobile chip or a TV chip. This is the same pro-level monster found in the iPhone 15 Pro. This is a 3-nanometer powerhouse. This is the chip that made headlines for being able to run AAA console games like Resident Evil Village and Death Stranding natively. Now, ask yourself, why on earth do you need a console-grade gaming chip just to watch a Disney Plus movie or a YouTube video? The truth is, for streaming, this chip is massive, ridiculous overkill. It's like using a Ferrari to drive to the mailbox. But Apple isn't putting it in there for the pixels. They're putting it in there for the local processing power. They're building a fortress of privacy. Most AI today happens in the cloud, meaning your data travels to a server, gets processed, and comes back. It's slow, and it's a privacy nightmare. But the A17 Pro allows the Apple TV to run large language models right there, locally, in your living room. No data leaving your house. No lag. Just pure, instantaneous intelligence. Let's be honest with each other. The current Siri on Apple TV is a disaster. It's basic. It's frustrated. Half the time, it doesn't even know what show you're talking about. It can't understand context. If you say, "Show me that movie with the guy from the other movie," Siri just stares at you blankly. But the 2026 model changes that narrative forever. Because of that A17 Pro chip, Siri becomes a genius. Imagine sitting on your couch and saying, "Siri, find me a funny 80s movie that my kids can watch, but make sure it's not too long because they have school tomorrow." The old Siri would crash just thinking about that. The new AI-driven Siri understands every part of that sentence. It checks the genre, it checks the ratings for kid-friendliness, it looks at the runtime, and it cross-references your streaming subscriptions to find the perfect pick in less than a second. This is the Apple intelligence we've been waiting for. It turns your TV box into the central command center of your entire life. If you want a home that actually thinks for you, your current 2022 box is now officially a piece of junk. But raw power is nothing if you can't stay connected. We have all experienced that Apple frustration. You try to type a long password on your TV using your iPhone keyboard, but the pop-up never appears. You try to AirPlay a 4K video of your vacation, and it stutters and buffers. It's embarrassing and it's annoying. Well, Apple has a secret weapon for 2026, the N1 chip. This is the unsung hero of the next generation. First leaked alongside the iPhone 17, the N1 chip's only job is to make your Apple ecosystem feel like one single, fluid machine. It uses ultra-wideband technology to make device detection instant. The moment you walk into the room with your iPhone or Apple Watch, the Apple TV knows you're there. Profiles switch automatically. Connections to your HomePod or AirPods become unbreakable. And for the smart home enthusiasts, this chip makes Thread and Matter devices respond instantly. No more updating. Status in your home app. When you tap a light switch on your screen, the light turns on before your finger even leaves the glass. It's the invisible friction that Apple is finally erasing. For the cinephiles and the movie nerds, this next part is for you. We've had Dolby Vision for years, but 2026 marks the debut of Dolby Vision 2 on the Apple TV. If you've invested thousands of dollars into a high-end OLED or QD-OLED TV, you haven't even seen what your screen can really do yet. Dolby Vision 2 brings dynamic metadata to a level we've never seen in a consumer box. We are talking about frame-by-frame light optimization that mimics exactly how the human eye perceives reality. The blacks will be deeper, losing that crushed look in dark scenes. The highlights, like a sun reflection or a lightning bolt, will be so bright and crisp they'll make you squint. It's not just a resolution jump, it's a dynamic range revolution. Your movie nights will never be the same. You're not just watching a movie, you're looking through a window. Now, we have to address the elephant in the room. This is the part of the script where things get heated. Reports from the inner circles at Cupertino confirm that Apple is testing, and likely shipping, a version of this Apple TV with a built-in, high-definition camera. Stop and think about that. A camera, designed by Apple, sitting in the most private part of your home, your living room. I can hear the privacy advocates screaming already. And look, those concerns are 100% valid. In an age of data leaks and hacking, do we really want a lens staring at us while we eat dinner or sleep on the couch? But let's look at why Apple is doing this. Right now, FaceTime on Apple TV is a mess. You have to prop your iPhone up against a vase or a stack of books, and the angle is always terrible. A built-in camera with center stage technology fixes that. It will automatically zoom and pan to keep you in the frame while you walk around the room. But it goes way beyond video calls. This camera, combined with the A17 Pro's neural engine, enables gesture control. Imagine being covered in popcorn or sitting comfortably under a blanket and you don't want to reach for the remote. You just flick your wrist to skip a song. You hold up your palm to pause the movie. You point at the screen to select a menu item. It's like something straight out of Minority Report. And then there's Apple Fitness Plus. This camera will track your actual body movements. It will tell you if your squat form is wrong. It will count your reps. It will turn your living room into a high-end, private gym with a personal trainer who can actually see you. This is the fundamental shift. The Apple TV is no longer just a box you watch. It's a device that interacts with you. It's a risky move, and it's going to be the big tech debate of 2026. Let's go back to that A17 Pro and the gaming potential here. Some are calling it the end of consoles as we know it. Why buy a PlayStation or an Xbox if your Apple TV can play those same games? With Apple Arcade evolving and more developers porting Pro games to iOS, the 2026 Apple TV becomes a stealth gaming console. Connect two PS5 controllers, and suddenly your streaming box is a local multiplayer beast. This is Apple's play for the casual gamer who doesn't want a giant, noisy plastic box under their TV, but wants 8K, ready graphics, and 120 Hz gameplay. It's a direct threat to Nintendo and even Sony. So, let's wrap this up. Here is the absolute, undeniable bottom line. If you are planning to buy an Apple TV today, don't. Just don't. The 2022 model, as good as it was, is now a ghost of the past. It is a simple, dumb streamer in a world that is rapidly racing toward an AI-first future. The 2026 Apple TV 4K is the bridge. It is the first true smart home device. With the monstrous A17 Pro chip, the magical N1 connectivity, the stunning Dolby Vision 2, and that wild, futuristic camera, this is the biggest leap in the history of the product. It's not just an upgrade, it is a total replacement for the very concept of a TV box. Mark March 2026 on your calendars. It is worth every single second of the wait. You're going to spend your hard-earned money anyway. Spend it on the device that will lead your home for the next 10 years, not the one that is already 4 years old on the inside. My opinion? This is the most exciting thing Apple has done in a decade because it finally makes the home experience feel like the future we were promised in sci-fi movies. If you liked the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you are the first to know when the pre-orders go live. But I have to ask you, and I want you to be brutally honest in the comments, does the camera idea creep you out? Would you trade your living room privacy for the magic of gesture controls and better FaceTime? Or is Apple going too far this time? This is going to be the biggest tech debate of the year, and I want to know exactly where you stand. Let's settle this in the comments below.